Hi, I'm Mark from Modern Music University, and in this channel, I give music production tips, lessons, and tutorials. So in this lesson, I thought we would try something a little bit different. I thought we'd do sort of a time challenge creation, something that's very inspired by Against the Clock by Fact Magazine. If you've never seen this video series before, I highly recommend it. It's where they take music producers from all over the world and they have 10 minutes to create a song. Many producers will use electronic instruments, others will use live instruments, but the whole concept is you have 10 minutes to create a song. I think it's important that we give our students real life lessons where we teach them there are deadlines, there are time crunches. You could only spend a certain amount of time on a song, and you can't spend, 6 months, a year, 20 years on a song. At some point, we just have to hit the submit button or the I'm done button, this song is complete and let's work on the next song. The real reason why I love these time challenges is I love that you have to make these very split-second decisions and you can't really keep second guessing yourself. You need to make a decision and then you can't look back. You can never look back. If you're constantly trying to just push through and pile through each wall of a project, you end up finishing a song, which for many students, that can be one of the hardest parts to a song, is just finishing a song. So I don't want this video just to be me creating a song and you watching. I really want to discuss the thought process that I'm going to be doing when I'm creating a song with a 10-minute time frame. Now, if 10 minutes is way too short for your students, maybe you want to give them 20 minutes, 25 minutes, maybe just a whole class period. They have however long your class time is, they have to make a song in one class period. So if I'm creating a song in a very short period of time, there are some things I want to pre-plan before I hit the clock. I first want to make sure what type of song, what type of genre of song do I want to make. Is it a pop song? Is it a rap song? Is it a rock song? Kind of have that in mind. That way I can think of the sounds that I want to have. A really safe bet that I kind of always tell my students is you want to include 5 instruments. You want to include a drum sound, a bass sound, some kind of keyboard, whether it's a piano or synth, some kind of guitar sound, and then you definitely want to have a melody line. In this case, I think I'm going to try and have 2 melody lines. That way I can create sort of an A and B section. The last thing I really want to think of is how do I want to start my song and how do I want to end my song. Most listeners are going to always remember how a song starts and how a song ends, and the middle section is kind of a big blur. The ending, super important because that's the last thing that we hear as a listener, and the beginning is super important because that's the very first thing that we hear. Alright, so 10 minutes on the clock here for me to create the song. Let's see what we can do, and well, wish me luck. Alright, well, no more stalling. Let's go ahead and get started with our 10-minute challenge. Something that I'm going to do is I'm going to only be using pre-made loops. I'm going to treat this like an elementary or middle school student, which they probably don't have a lot of experience in creating their own custom sounds, custom beats, custom bass lines. So I'm going to just kind of only use loops, like for if you had a loop pack or a loop folder. So I'm just going to only use those as my template to create a song here. And that way I think it would make more sense of how your students will go about in coming up with their own logic in creating a song. So no more stalling. Let's go ahead and put 10 minutes on the clock and see what we can come up with. Alright, let's do it. I'm actually kind of nervous here. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go to, I want a beat because I'm going to start with some drums. That's the first song I'm looking for, and I want to make a pop song, so I'm going to pick that my pop beat, my pop sound. I'm going to go with a tempo marking as my main decision making here because I want this to be sort of an upbeat kind of sound. Basic beat, sounds pretty good there. With only 10 minutes, I don't have a lot of time for choices, so let's just pick the basic beat because I was happy with that one, and boom, that's going to be our beat for the song. Let's go ahead and find a bass line now. I want something fun, something kind of busy. I wish I could really like narrow the search in this. All right, that's gonna be our bass line right there. All right, now I'm gonna look for some kind of keyboard. Let's go with the regular keyboard for now, but I think I'm definitely gonna want like some kind of synth for sure. In this case, I'm gonna go look at the actual genre here. So I got some chords here. No, I want an actual keyboard. I can stick with the same genre. This is the genre of the bass I use. So let's see what the keyboard sounds like. I'm not too happy with its chord pack though. It doesn't sound fun. I want something fun. These all sound sad, don't they? I want something fun and exciting. Something that gets you dancing. Just not feeling it. Alright, let's go with that. What's that sound like with my bass though? Does that fit the same structure? It doesn't really fit well with it though, does it? No, we gotta keep looking. Alright, even though it says guitar, we'll stick with that as a keyboard. It's like a fake guitar. Alright, let's find a synth now, because I want something very 80s sounding. Don't like that. Don't like that. Nope. I'm not too concerned with the key it's in, because BandLab is going to automatically change the key once it goes right in. It's going to fit the key that I set it here. Same with the tempo, it's going to also adjust the tempo to fit with it. Alright, let's stick with that as something could be kind of fun. Digging that. Okay, so now I have my drums, bass, guitar, synth, kind of keyboardish. Instead of looking for a guitar sound, I'm going to go for some kind of lead sound. I want something to be the main melody, something that's going to catch the ear and the eye. 3.5 minutes left. Holy bajoli. Are you freaking out like I am? I'm like freaking out. I'm like nervous. Alright, not a lot of decisions, so let's just go with that. That sounded something that could be it. That's just annoying. Dig it. Yes. I want that one right there. Alright. I'm going to stick with these as my sounds, and let's start thinking of an arrangement here. So... Oh, that's our time. 10 minutes, man. That goes fast. Oh, if I had like 2 minutes left, I definitely would have adjusted my volumes a little bit more, and then maybe try to think about panning, putting them to certain sides. Should we hear what it sounds like? Should we hear what the finished product was in our 10 minutes of creating? Let's see what we got. Well, in 10 minutes, there you go. So in 10 minutes, that's what our time challenge creation we got. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, consider subscribing. Also, I'm coming up on the 6-month mark of making this YouTube channel, so I'd love to know what other videos that you want to see and what other topics and lessons you want me to cover. Thank you so much for watching. Now go try this time challenge and see what you can make in 10 minutes. Go now, like right now, like do it now. Go.